Deal TV. Learn and earn.
Brace up, brace up, brace up. Thanks for watching Deal TV Learn and Earn. And thanks Mbosso for watching the Deal with Man 75. Remember, the Deal with Man 75 is an entertainment show, but it doesn't give you just entertainment. It gives you the news behind the entertainment, the business part of it. So if you're doing entertainment, especially in Africa, Uganda, East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, this is a show that you shouldn't miss, because we are advancing the career, we are advancing careers, we are building platforms where artists can get the information, get the insight, and be able to push their brands beyond the borders, beyond the skills. My name is Mukwaya Mayanjes, aka Maya75, on the Deal with Maya75. If you've been able to watch us right now, consider subscribing, consider sharing, consider liking and commenting, but don't forget to click on the notification bell so that every time you get the show is uploaded, you could be able to get the Deal with Man 75 right from where you are, on your gadget, on your smartphone, on your laptop, on all your iPad, name it, you get it. Today we are heading straight to TZ, that's Tanzania, and we are looking at a new phenomenal artist by the names of Zuchu. Zuchu is we are going to look at the profile of Zuchu, how she started, what she has achieved, and what we can learn from her, what makes her a success. Because I've been behind the doors talking with most of my guys. We've been saying, why is Zuchi and this Wasafi brand advancing so much? Because Zuchi was introduced around January 2020 on a collaboration that was made by Wasafi, but it featured female artists in Tanzania. So Zuchi was one of the names that appeared on the song, and I remember she did the chorus for the song, but this was a unique voice that I didn't know. So I started following up, who is this girl? Who is this girl? Then later on, I came to know that Zuchi was signed to Wasafi. Wasafi, or WCB, which is Wasafi Classic, owned by renowned East African artist Diamond Platinum. So, who is Zuchi? Zuchi is by names Zuhura Othman Soud. She was born on the 22nd of November 1993. So if you do your calculations right, you will see that Zuchi is in her early 20s. So Zuchi, around April 2020, in the middle of the lockdown, in the middle of the COVID-19 saga, was introduced, and she released her first EP, I Am Zuchu, on the record label of Wasafi. But this is by a time when most of the artists had closed doors. They were not releasing any music. There was panic. No one knew what was next. But these guys, with a lot of courage and preparation, they were able to release this new artist to the market, not fearing what was going to happen within this epidemic and anything. So today, Zuchi is one of the leading artists in East Africa that are doing so well, and she does the Guinea that is right from the motherland, her motherland, Tanzania. That's bongo flavor. So if you are to name the top bongo flavor female artists in TZ right now, you can't miss Zuchi. So, but this is all thanks to Diamond Platinum and the Wasafi team for preparing, grooming, upbringing this brand Zuchi, the name that we are going to see. So Zuchi, as we've seen that she started her career in early 2020. In January, she was part of the collaboration that had different female artists. Then she did her solo work in uh, April 2020 with the I Am Zuchu EP. Then someone will say, how a girl that just started in January, by April, she was able to release an EP of approximately 8 songs, because initially they had planned to release 6 songs, which is mostly the common EPs we have, but then they added 2 extra songs that were unexpected on the EP, making it 8. Then Zuchi has been able to grab herself an endorsement deal from Pepsi. That's Pepsi Cola. Uh, uh, the Pepsi, the world international brand, but by with the company in TZ. But this also doesn't come easily. It comes just because the artist had a good online presence. The artist who is promising, the artist is well organized, and this came uh, because of the well preparation that was made. Remember, Pepsi Cola as a company is a company that has lived for over 100 years with a following of over 20 million people who consume Pepsi around the world. And if you see a brand like Pepsi endorsing Zuchi, a new artist, you should know that this is a great achievement, because as the saying goes that class attracts class. So it means there is no way Peps could have given an endorsement deal to Zochi without being sensing that she is a big brand. Like I've told you that Pepsi Cola is a company that's having approximately or more than 200 million consumers worldwide. So what does this bring to the table? Remember, you are going to be part of the advertisement program for Pepsi, the billboards and everything. So it means Pepsi will be pushing the Zuchi brand to its consumers, the 200 million consumers. Who benefits? Okay, Pepsi is benefiting in ETZ, but in the long run, Zuchu is benefiting from the word. Just remember, because Pepsi is introducing Zuchi to its consumers. Remember, Coca-Cola, no, Pepsi, sorry. Pepsi, which is a beverage, is consumed by both the young and the old. So if all these people are able to get to understand who Zuchi is, then it means her brand will be scaled to the highest level. So unfortunately, we don't know how much Zuchi was able to bag from this Pepsi Cola deal, but it could also have been advanced by the fact that Diamond Platinum, who is Zuchi's boss at Wasafi, is also a brand ambassador for Pepsi Cola. So this could have been, if for those of you who know marketing, there is what they do bundling, where they can use 2 artists for one. But still, this is steady cash flow or for the brand, because still, if Diamond was initially earning like maybe 100 million, then when they bring Zuchi on board, the 100 million for Diamond won't reduce. It means they might even add the Zuchi 50 million, then they could be bagging 150. So it means more earning. As we go on to understand who is Zuchi, what we have to know, at least from the product, Zuchu is a talented singer. She's a songwriter and a performer who is the latest signing to WCB, which is Wasafi Classic Baby of Diamond Platinum in TZ. She is from TZ. She's a daughter of a celebrated Taarab sensational musician by the names of Khadija Kopa. I think you see where this talent and grooming comes from. It's not from what you see, from what Diamond has presented, but being a daughter of a Taarab singer who is also a big name in TZ means Zuchu could have had some training or initiation or introduction to music at an early age. She was born, as we've said, in the 90s and she's in her early 20s. Many people would like to know, is Zuchu dating? Is she married? Is she single? All that. But then, being the fact that Zuchu is a new voice on the scene or a new girl on the scene, she has been able to keep most of his personal or private life a secret from the public. But according to one of the interviews she had, she said that she had some formal training of education in India. So, excuse me, from India. And then let's look at the musical journey. Zuchu made her interest into the music scene in 2015 after taking part in the Techno Take the Stage competition that was held in Nigeria. So she went to Nigeria to represent TZ in the Techno Take the Stage competition. So this will also explain why Zuchu is a good stage performer. So though she didn't win the Techno Take the Stage competition, but she had been introduced to the music scene and she ventured into the field of music by doing covers. And these covers are mostly what propelled her to be in touch with the Wasafi boys, because when she did a cover of Mbosso, this song, then in one way or another the song was forwarded to Mbosso. Mbosso is one of the members or signees of the Wasafi records, so Mbosso was able to forward the cover to his boss, who is Diamond Platinum, and then they appreciated the talent and then had to take on Zuchu. So this also explains, because if many of the artists here we've seen that if you lose a competition, they take a back seat and give up upon the dream. But Zuchu, after losing the competition in Nigeria, the Techno Take the Stage competition, she was able to go back, re-strategize, and start doing covers, which covers were able to give her exposure to the Wasafi team, hence being signed. If you know the song Ndakezewa by Mbosso, is one of the songs that she did that attracted the attention of the Wasafi guys, and then hence being signed to Wasafi. But then it's not like Zuchu was signed just this year. She has been there, remember, from 2015, from the competition in Nigeria, the Take the Stage competition, to 2020. Zuchu has been under Wasafi tutorage or teaching for the last 4 years. Many artists try to rush the process. If any label signs an artist for 1, 2, 3 years, when they are not releasing his or her music, you get frustrated. But Zuchu has been able to be with the Wasafi guys for 4 years before she was unveiled. These 4 years means that she was able to streamline, fine tune her crafts, write her songs, and then after they felt that she was ready, the baking was ready, then the serving had to be done. Then after, that's why when she was unveiled in April 2020, Zuchi went ahead to dominate the airwaves in TZ and East Africa, Africa, and the world at large, even on different digital platforms. This is because she was prepared well. Then let's look at the I Am Zuchu EP. If you look at this EP, I told you it was from the start planned to have 6 songs, but then it has 8 songs. They added 2 more extra songs. But this was an EP that was released in the middle of the COVID lockdown when the industries were down. And then this chick went ahead to have a big, big following. But what makes I Am Zuchu? I Am Zuchu is majorly intended to define who Zuchu is and introduce her to the audience, to the fans, so that they can attach themselves to Zuchu. So the brand, the name, the style of music, the culture, and then the image, it all reflects the Zuchu that they want to sell to the audience. And then we expand from the Zuchu, the person, then we to the live performance, to the collabos, endorsements, and partnerships. So Wasafi did Zuchu, but then the way they unveiled this Zuchu EP, remember there is something that we need to learn from this, majorly Zuchu and the Wasafi team. Diamond Platinum is this guy who has been teaching his guys not to rely on the mainstream media. Remember, the mainstream media will always fall where there is buzz. So what he does is creates the buzz, and then the mainstream media will fall, and then they'll pick on and then take the stories. So what did they do? We were in a lockdown, but they made the unveiling of the album a very big event with a live stage, backdrop, performers, instrumentalists. Zuchu had a proper upbringing, organizing, instilling the values of a perfect performer. So like when as we saw during the launch of the Zuchu, one of the WCB Wasafi class baby boss, the guy who is called Mendez, he said that he was surprised when Zuchu handed in 100 songs. 100 songs. This was a collection of the songs that he had done in the previous 4 years. So they had to get from 100 songs to select the 6 songs that were to be part of the EP. the I Am Zuchu EP. So what does it mean? If you are an artist there who has been doing music, we are sometimes amazed by the people, first timers in the studios. A guy like most of the Kadonkam artists, he comes in the studio with a book full of songs. So from these so many songs, he is able to select the best of the best so that he can record. So this is what Zuchi did. He wrote songs, 100 songs, and then they so this boss, her boss Mendez was amazed. So how could this girl come up with these many songs? So it means even if Zuchi makes it as she has done, and she is going to be busy for a lot tours and what, she has a collection of songs that just need to be fine-tuned or remastered or did that so that she can produce. This policy works. If you've seen some of the successful artists, if you've seen guys like Mose Radio in Uganda, this is a guy who died with a number of songs that will never be finished from the studio. So on average, Mose Radio could write and record 5 songs per day. So five songs, if you multiply by the number of days in the year, how many songs are those? If you see a guy like Eddie Kenzo has a multiple songs, so many songs, so that from these songs, he can choose the best. So be a workaholic, make mob songs, so that from these you can choose the best out of the best, so that the doors will be opening for you. So let's look at the songs on the EP. There is a song called Wana, a solo project by Zuchi. Then there is Kwaru by Zuchi. There is Raha by Zuchi. There is Nisamehe by Zuchi. Then Hakuna Kulala by Zuchi. Then you have 2 collabos. There is one of Ashana featuring Mbosso, the guy whose cover she did that led her to be signed to Wasafi. Then a collabo with her mother, Mrs. Khadija Kopa. The title of the song is Mauzauza. So from those songs, they added a collabo that they did with the Diamond Platinum. 2 collabos, in fact, both with a video. Then she did a song with for the president Magufuli, the campaign song that she did for Dr. Magufuli. Then remember at the start, around January, she had done Superwoman, a collaboration of all female artists in TZ. Then recently, I think a few days ago, she released audio track, a collaboration with Revered. So you see that she is trying all the possibilities to take roots. And then beyond the borders, she went ahead and did a collaboration with Joe Boy in Nigeria. New Star is also trending. And I was pleased, but by this time she did both Swahili and English, which opens the doors to the wider audience for the people who can't understand Swahili, so they can they've been enjoying the good voices and performance, and then with the lyrics, many people tend to argue about this language barrier issue. But as we take into deep analysis of the Wasafi camp, the success of Zuchi and then Diamond Platinum, you will see that during the start, Diamond Platinum was doing only Swahili songs. But when he started expanding, he initiated or he started incorporating English into his songs. Remember, you can enjoy a song, but you can love it. But if you don't understand what he or she is talking about, then it limits. But then Diamond started by adding subtitles to his songs. Then he went ahead to do English songs. And then this is the same blueprint that Zuchi is using. She's now incorporating English in her songs. Then you an artist there in a certain country that has a few millions of people who are speaking a local dialect. You insist on using your local dialect. Yes, music is a universal language, but if someone is able to understand what you're singing, he or she is more attached to the song. So if you can add English here and there, you can see that you can succeed. Even if you go to Nigeria, look at the artists that have been able to cross over. They are the artists that add English to their songs. Quote, English, not pidgin English. The likes of P Square, the likes of Two Face, the likes of Davido, however much they don't take away their roots, they still incorporate the pidgin English, but they do English songs that you can love, you can understand. So let's learn from that and then use it as a blueprint for success. So as we go ahead and look at Zuchi, what makes her tick? What makes her stand out against all the other musicians, the other female musicians that we've seen in TZ, East Africa, and Africa at large? So we can see that Zuchi she has been patient. The patience is a factor for success. Remember, if you want to build stronger pillars, you have to make those pillars stand, and then you have to dig deep into the soil so that they can have stronger standing to hold the structures. So where do we see the patience from? Zuchi went into the on the stage, taking on the stage in Nigeria competition. That's around 2014. Then 2015, she did the covers. That's endurance. That's patience. Without paying off, without persistence. Then she goes to be signed in Wasafi in 2016. For all the 4 years, her music is not released. She's still being groomed for the big stage. It takes patience because many of the artists we've seen here, they can't stand being at the record label without having music issued out. And in most cases, they are those fans who demand, oh, you've neglected so and so. Why aren't we having music from this such and such artist? They want to rush the process, and then if you rush, you crash. So these artists, they tend to be rushed, they bring them half baked. So when they are half baked, they get to the stage, they open up the doors, but before you know, they are nowhere to be seen just because they were not patient enough. Then the passion, where do we see the passion from? From the courage to do the stage performance, to insist on doing the covers. That's all passion for music. Then the ability to write 100 songs. Do you know what it means? I'm a writer myself, but I know what it takes to write just a single song. But if someone can write 100 songs that have meaning, that can stand out, that's passion. Because she was not writing songs for self, she was writing songs for herself. These are songs that we are creating a backlog from where she can choose from, a buffer stock where she can choose from, and then accelerate. Then being a go-getter is someone who can go out there, show his or her presence to the world so that he can get hope. So don't think that this cover for the Mbosso song just went out of the blue to reach the Wasafi guys. It had to be efforts of trying to reach out these guys so that Zuchi could be helped. So there are artists out there. You have good music. You record your music, but you never go to the media guys. You never go. You want to be under record label, but you can't go to the guys to be signed. You can't put out your demos out there. You can't. You have to develop your contacts. Remember, your network is your network. So build your contacts. But how do you build your contacts? You have to be a go-getter. If you're out there in a conference, if you're out there at a concert, try to talk to the practitioners, to the industry stakeholders, so that you can get some hope. You can get someone who can uplift you, who can give you a shoulder to climb on. Then we can't overlook the fact that Zuchi values the team mentality. Teams to, together, team efforts, gather together, we achieve success. So Zuchi from the word go knew that she could not make it as a solo artist. So she had to look for people to help her. Remember, Zuchi's mother is a known Taarab artist or singer, but she had no record label to take her on. And even that, the fact that music changes, the style, the language and genres change. So, and even the industry dynamics change. So Zuchi needed a team to rely on, a team to help her get out there. So she valued the team from the right to the start, and she went out chasing the Wasafi guys to work on the team. And then you can see the miracles, the magic that the Wasafi team has done to Zuchi. Then we have to look at her ability to own the stage. If you can watch, you can check out on YouTube, go and check out the I Am Zuchu show, the unveiling ceremony, with a backlog, with the instruments. She can command the guitarists, the keyboards, the guys, and then the stage, and own the audience. Many artists are just recording artists, they are studio artists, but they can't go out there and perform. If you go out there, you buy your tickets, you go to the venue, you're waiting to hear the sound, the voices. You've had it on CD or on your player, then it's a disaster. But Zuchi can hold the stage, can entertain, can hold the crowd. This is one of the important factor of any artist to be a stage performer. She can dance. She can incorporate style and fashion into her brand. That makes her tick. So if you're out there, you can sing, but you go on the stage, you just can't do anything. My friend, you need to up your socks and be a performer. So this is a very good element that we can see from Zuchi. And then, you can say, how, if she's not a good performer, how did she be able to represent TZ in the Take the Stage competition in Nigeria? Because the judging, the sheet was to be a performer. This is what she did. She went there and displayed her craft as a performer. However much she didn't win, but it was a process of taking her to what we are seeing for the Zuchi we're seeing now. The other factor element that we have to look at is the ability and the eloquence with which Zuchi writes her music. It's unfortunate that most of the female artists never write their own songs. Some need co-writers, some totally can't write anything. It doesn't mean that if someone is not a writer or she can't write her songs, she is a bad artist. No. we've seen the likes of Celine Dion, the Maria Careys of this world, and the likes, their music being written. But at the start, to be defined, to create an attachment, there is that kind of dimension, the direction from which an artist is looking at, that has to be expressed. This is what Zuchu brings to the table. And the fact that she has been able to write more than 100 songs in the 4 years she has been under the Wasafi, under Grooming, you see that this takes her and gives her a credit. And from the words that Diamond Platinum said during the Zuchu, I Am Zuchu launch, he said that one of the qualities that they look at before signing an artist to the Wasafi Class Baby record label is the ability to write songs. So Zuchu, as a writer, was able to have a smooth entry into the Wasafi record label because she could write. So if you an artist there who can't write, at least try to do something. You can come up with an idea that has to be polished or added on, and then groom your craft until you can write songs. Because being a writer is an added advantage for any artist. But still, if you can't write your songs, no worries. Let them write for you. You will compensate for other factors, because there's nothing good with writing a bad songs and insisting that I wrote my songs. That's what I feel. But when the quality and the lyrics are terribly bad, then the other element that we can't rule out is the Wasafi team. What makes Wasafi team right, our tick, is the ability to know the sound trends in the industry. They have the contacts and they do the investment. You can see from the Zuchu launch. This is a launch that was done in the middle of the COVID-19 lockdown. It was an event where invite only a few people were attending and no one was going to pay, but the cost was huge of setting up the stage, paying the decoration, the sounding, the lights, and then the performers and the venue. And then they had to do it because they believe that a huge entry creates buzz. By the way, if you want to learn from these guys, Diamond has always taught his boys or the team that they should not rely on the mainstream media, because the mainstream media is always looking for something that is creating buzz. So if you can create your buzz, the buzz yourself, the mainstream media will be following you. And when they follow you, it means you'll be having marketing and promotion at a lower cost than chasing the mainstream media to expose you. So this is what he does. He will do big budget videos that will make these media guys talk about the product. He will do those huge entry like the I Am Zuchu unveiling ceremony and launch. That was huge. That left the people talking and asking, who is Zuchu? So when they ask who is Zuchu, they'll go to the YouTube channel, they'll go to the social media handles and then start searching for Zuchu, and more of Zuchu will be unveiled to them. So the Wasafi team is willing to invest. If you look at the collaboration with Joe Boy, these international or intercontinental international collabos don't come cheaply. You've seen the collaboration that Diamond Platinum has been doing. If he has to go and do a collaboration with an American artist or Jamaican artist, he has to go there. They shoot the video. There are artists we've seen that do collaborations with other artists, but they never do the videos just because they are not willing to invest. Because you have to pay for the air ticket, you have to go book the hotels, book the locations, and shoot the videos from those ends, which is quite expensive. But since music is a business, you have to invest before you recoup. So these Wasafi guys are willing to invest. If you've seen the collaboration that Zuchi has done, the two collaboration with Diamond Platinum, it means he is putting there a shoulder for Zuchi to climb on. He is exposing the Zuchi brand to the wide audience of Diamond Platinum. And then these guys are going to support Zuchi. That is because they are working as a team, as the Wasafi guys. And then even the collaboration with Levan, you see that all these guys are Mbosso. They are putting there the team. If you see Queen Darling, she could be in leave now. She just gave birth some time back, but she has been sharing Zuchi music on her platform, which means there is no bad blood between the team members. Each one is supporting the other so that the Zuchi brand can go there. Then when the record label gets money, it means even these other guys will be able to benefit. So finally, as we wind up, we're going to look at the net worth, because someone is saying, okay, if she's up there, how much is she earning? How much is she making? How rich is she now? Zuchi is a newcomer on the block. It's barely 6 months before Zuchi was unveiled. After Zuchi was unveiled. So, but if you look at the sales, because the I Am Zuchu EP has been doing quite well on all media platforms. Within the first 2 months, it had made 10 million digital streams. If you know how this stream money is calculated, you should know that this is quite a huge amount, which makes the brand Zuchi go to a higher net worth, as we've seen. Then if you go to her YouTube channel, currently Zuchi has 552,000 subscribers. With videos, the one he did with Diamond Platinum had 1 million views. Then the second one had 7.4 millions. Then the one with Joe Boy had 2.9 million. And they are still going. They are still counting. So Zuchi is able to make money from her YouTube channel. And then she's able to make money from endorsements, from the streams, digital streams. And then she has been on the campaign trail for Magufuli, which means she was paid for the song she did for Magufuli. And then this will come with more externalities as we come, because we've seen Tanzanian presidents supporting these artists. So by the mere fact that Dr. Pombe Magufuli was re-elected as a president, this also gives Zuchi a bigger expectation in the new term, which means if the government will be able to finance her, she will be able to escalate her brand to the next level. So what do you learn from this? Be strategic. If the countries, there are people say, don't go into politics, it matters. How do you go there? You have to think. So if you fail with the candidate, you can fail then. But if it gets through, you'll be having a greater hopes of succeeding with endorsements from the State House, and then you go. So in general, that's what we had for Zuchu. As we wind up, someone who's asked, is Zuchi married, dating, or what? So from what the information we've gathered, Zuchi being a new artist, she has been able to keep her private life secret. Her private life is not yet out there, but when we get to know who she is dating, who she's married to, we'll be able to share that information on the deal with my 75. I've been Mukwaya Majus Yusuf aka Ma 75 on the deal with Ma 75 on Deal TV Africa, Deal TV Learn and Earn. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. From today, from this side, from my producers, we thank you. Bye bye.
Deal TV, learn and earn.